video to discuss the starter for day 6 because this is important if we're going to get to grips with the unit circle. So, question 1 should not have been too much of an issue. We know that we can write these in radians. It's what we were looking at in the last lesson. So 90 degrees would be up here, and it would be pi by 2 radians. 180 degrees would be pi radians, and 270 degrees would be 3 pi by 2 radians. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about now was the fact that we have been measuring our angles from the positive x-axis, and the convention that we've been following is that we are taking positive angles as anti-clockwise from there. So you'll see for 90 degrees, pi by 2 radians, I went around this way and I said that this is pi by 2, not down here. And that's a convention we're going to be following in the rest of this lesson. Question 2, we've got to place some more angles on our unit circle, or on our circle. So 225 degrees, well, I know 180 is here and 270 is here, so 225 is halfway between them. I'm going to put it roughly there. 225 degrees. 360, well, that's an easy one, isn't it? That's just a whole circle. Okay, 3 pi radians is a bit more interesting. You'll notice that we're just making the assumption that this is a measure in radians because we wouldn't normally talk about 3 pi degrees. So we're just automatically making the assumption we can't see a unit, and it's in terms of pi, it's a measure in radians. So where does 3 pi radians go? Well, 1 pi radians was here, and 2 pi radians was there. So where does 3 go? What we do is if we have an angle that's bigger than 2 pi radians, or 360 degrees, we just keep going round our circle, round and round and round as many times as we need. So pi radians was here, 2 pi radians was there. If we want to go another pi radians, we'll end up back here again. So, for the purpose of our unit circle, 3 pi radians represents the same point as pi radians on the circle. Okay, I'm just going to switch colour to make this a little bit clearer so it don't get jumbled up. Let's look at number 3. Negative pi by 2 radians. So if positive was going anti-clockwise, negative is going to be going clockwise. So I'm going to start counting from here, the positive x-axis, and I'm going to move clockwise now. So pi by 2 radians will be round here. Positive pi by 2 was up here, so negative pi by 2 will be down here. Next, negative 45 degrees. Well, positive 45 will be up here. Negative 45, I'm going to go down here. Negative 45 degrees. Okay, we've got a tricky one here. It's a negative angle, and it's above a full turn. So I'm going to go clockwise as it's negative. I'm going to start by doing a full 360 degrees, and then I want to go another 40 to make it up to 400. So 360, negative 360 is here. Negative 400 will be very close to this, maybe even a bit closer than I can draw accurately.